where my Boy Scout troop used to meet. I actually joined the Boy Scouts here in the city as a child, I might add. So yeah, what you don't find, you can make, and you can make it happen. Which is not to deny your experience, obviously. It's just I'm just letting you know that there's a little bit more to New York than you might imagine, and there are parts of this city that look like the woods. It's not just all Manhattan. I happen to be in the Times Square area, but there are parts of the city that are almost rural, and we're not far away from the countryside. So, what can I look at for you, though?
Okay, so my future in the next 6 years, 2028.
Right. What would you like to know?
Okay, so I'm on a path right now, and I'm just wanting to know if it's going to be viable. Am I going to live through the next 6 years? In the next 4 to 6 years is what I'm really, between 4 and 6 years from now, how is my life going to continue on after 6 years? Because if it doesn't, then why am I even trying?
Oh, so you want to know if you're going to die within the next 6 years? Is that to put it bluntly?
If I'm going to be killed, yes.
I'm certainly not seeing any indication of that. Not in the least. I'm seeing quite the opposite. I'm seeing all kinds of cards of life and hope and joy and happiness. The sun is a card here for one thing. That is a card of healing and health and growth. Shows a little baby on a white horse surrounded by flowers, and in the sunlight. There's nature there, that's pretty decent. Gee, I hate to disappoint you, but I see no calamities coming your way in the next 6 years at all. I see good things. I see you're going to make things happen for yourself. That's the Six of Swords. The Ace of Swords tells me that your thinking is evolving and changing and growing, and that's going to be the big influence over these next few years. Is you're going to change the way you think. It's going to grow in certain ways, and I'm not saying you're going to repudiate the way you think now. It's just you're going to see things differently, and your thinking is going to evolve, which is nice. The Empress is here. Now, that's another good one for you, because that sounds like the kind of person you are. This is a person who makes things happen and grow. For instance, in most tarot decks, this is a woman surrounded by fruit and vegetables and wheat and things like that. So it's a person who can create abundance.
So I'm going to ask you something again. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's happening with me, okay? So you'll know.
Sure.
And I would like you to get so shuffled. So my mom recently passed unexpectedly. She was due to a counselor, and she leaves me with no living relatives, no family. I have no living relatives, no family. I've never been married. I'm still technically a virgin. I have no children. I'm completely alone. So I look at my great-grandmother, Edith Tillman, and I learned that she's the first woman ever to be elected to the House of Representatives in Texas.
Oh, excellent.
4 women had the right to vote. So they went on to make the man did, made her the Speaker of the House, first female, and they made her the first female Supreme Court judge. Well, that's all cool, but she started the whole women's suffrage movement, and for the first time ever in 2028, 53% of the voting population is women. That plus the fact that my mom was vegan before I was born, and I thought it was through my great-grandmother, Edith Farrell, that her father, Benjamin Franklin, and I have Native Americans. So I've got 74% of the voting population. So I'm thinking about running for president. Well, I'm actually studying online right now. But I know that it's something I never wanted. I never wanted to be president, sir, but I'm willing to sacrifice the rest of my life, and even if I am assassinated, the chance to make a real difference.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't see any violence your way. I don't see any suffering or sadness. I see good things coming. I see plans being made. I see plans coming through. It's up to you. I mean, the outcome I'm getting for you to look at the next 6 to 8 years is positive, and it's growth. And let me put it that way. That's the one thing I see in this next time frame that you want to look at. In all the cards I look at, I see growth. Okay, so that's good. You're working on it. And I think that we'll hear from you. How's that?
Okay, but if you would take just a couple minutes and reshuffle them and redraw them, so I'm just saying you'll see something. I'm just asking you as a favor.
Well, I'm doing that now. I mean, I just shuffled them again. I have the 9 of Rods. You're very prepared for what you want to do. That's a good sign there. The 9 of Cups. This is another 9, which is a good figure, which tells me that's a card about getting what you want and enjoying things and doing well. Temperance shows a life in balance and harmony. The 7 of Rods, somebody who can wipe away obstacles and get things done. These are showing a powerful person and who is in the process of growing and changing. I can't do anything in this limited format to show you anything deeper. We can do an off-the-air reading if you want to get in touch with me, and we can spend as much time as you want. But just to answer your one question, this period that you're looking at is not a time of danger or a problem for you. It's a time of growth and achievement, and you're going to attain all kinds of interesting things. There's new things emotionally happening for you. That's the Ace of Cups. Remember, we already had the Ace of Swords. So you're headed in for a very interesting period of time. Okay?
Okay.
Stay in touch. I'd like to know what happens.
Thanks.
Bye-bye now. And we'll shuffle them up. I've never had to deliver the disappointing news to someone that they're not going to get bumped off. But, well, being dead isn't everything in life, right? Holly in York, Pennsylvania, you're on next. Hi,
Yes.
Holly. Hi, how are you
Hi.
tonight?
I'm all right. I've been
Well,
better.
well, let's see what we can do to gin that up a little bit and make you feel even a little better than that. What can I look at for you?
Well, I'm wondering if there's better times ahead.
Oh, yeah.
It's been really tough for me lately.
No kidding. I mean, it's been tough for everybody, but it's really been very, very bad for so many people. Let's shuffle them up and see what we get.
Okay.
Because overall, I see things coming out much better, but I'm going to look specifically at you here. Okay. Here's a good start. It's the Eight of Swords. That's a person who feels stuck and trapped and can't go anywhere and do anything. That's followed by the Page of Coins, which means that there's money coming your way. The Ace of Rods, something new in terms of work and career and life and things of that sort. The Nine of Rods, I just had that for the previous caller. That's a person who's prepared for what's coming and can handle it. Now, here's the $1 million card. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords means that the worst is over. The life threw its worst at you, and you're still here.
Really?
Yep, that's what that shows. And that means you're going to get up and you're going to do fine. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. That definitely doesn't mean it'll be easy, but it means that you're going to do it. And you have. This is the third time tonight I got this card, which is the Sun, which is healing and growth and health and happiness. You see. The bad stuff is going away, but right now it doesn't look like that because you're feeling stuck. If you look at the Eight of Swords as a card, it shows a person stuck.
Yeah.
There is a card here that and I expected to see this card.